So what are the top 20 stresses that you don't even think about that actually plays havoc in your life and can cause disease and illness? Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name's Belinda, and I'm very passionate about helping people recover from thyroid issues, autoimmune issues, sleeping issues, and energy issues. And one thing that plays in this is stress. And a lot of these stresses we don't even look at, we don't even think about as being stresses. Okay, so when we think of stress, we think of, fighting with our husband, arguing with children, family issues mainly, and, difficulties at work. But did you know that to have real health, it's all about how your body bounces back from stress? And these stresses can be, things that we don't even think about, okay? So I'm going to go through the top 20 stresses. And now this is not just from me. I've got this website up here, and it is called the Holmes and Rye Life Stresses Inventory. And these are stresses that I find that are very influential in my clients' lives, in friends' lives, in my life even, and it does actually affect your health, whether you realize it or not. So we're going to start from 20 and we're going to go up to number 1. Now the first one is something that we all go through, well, not all of us, but most of us go through, and that is taking out a mortgage. Okay, actually buying your first home and taking out a mortgage. And this can actually be very stressful. And you know that yourself. But did you know that these things can actually affect your health? Yeah, they can. Okay, the next one is 19. And this is a major change in the number of arguments with your spouse. Okay, so this can actually add a lot of stress to your life. Now, when your body is under stress, your body actually drops magnesium, okay, and drops minerals. And this causes your adrenals to stress out and work harder, okay? So these things are actually very important. Okay, number 18 is changing a different line of work. So moving jobs can actually be a big stress on you. Okay, because a lot of the times, we are told to, well, not really told, but society sort of tells us, oh, just suck it up, you'll make it through, but you need to actually realize that this is a stress and take a step back, okay? Because a lot of these things can actually be, very hard on the body. Number 17 is a death of a close friend. Okay, and if you've been there, you'll know how hard it is emotionally. But when we're talking about health, emotional health and physical health are interrelated. Okay, number 16 is a major change in financial state. For example, things have got a lot worse, or you're becoming a lot better off than usual. So it's a financial state. Okay. What are we up to? 15 is a major business readjustment. So maybe you have started a new business, or maybe a business has closed down. And a lot of people at this stage have experienced this type of stress. Wouldn't you agree? Yep. So if you agree, then just put a yes down below. Okay, number 14 is gaining a new family member. So maybe you've had a birth in the family, maybe you've had an adoption, or maybe you've had an older relative move in with you. This can actually be a lot of stress within your life and body. Okay, number 13 is sexual difficulties. So that can actually play havoc as well. Number 12, and a lot of women will go through this, is pregnancy. Did you realize that pregnancy puts a lot of stress on your body? And they actually say that pregnant women are devoid of your minerals. Like the baby is actually taking minerals from the mother's body and actually puts a lot of stress on your body. It really does. Okay, so a lot of people don't actually realize that. And they actually say pregnancy is like one of the top forms of inflammation. Yeah. So, when you have those swollen hands and swollen ankles and swollen belly, that's actually inflammation. Okay. Number 11 is a major change in health or behavior of a family member. So a lot of us have actually been through this. If you've, had a lot of sickness in the house, or maybe someone's got a disease that you are struggling to come to terms with. Okay. Number 10 is retirement from work. Okay. A lot of, baby boomers are going through this. My parents are going through this right now. And it's a bit of a change, because you're actually changing your personality, because, you are, you know yourself as, my father knows himself as a farmer, and he's trying to retire right now. And, he has to cope with a new change in his identity, and that can actually add a lot of stress to your life. Okay. Number 9 is a marital reconciliation with your mate. So maybe you've been arguing and you're trying to reconcile differences. Okay, that can actually be very, very stressful. Number 8, and once again, a lot of people at this time have actually experienced this themselves, and that is being fired at work. Okay, so maybe, they're not having the income right now because of the current situation, and they've had to say, look, mate, sorry, you haven't got a job. That can be pretty stressful. If you've ever been in that situation, that sucks. But these things actually play havoc with your health. Okay. Number 7 is marriage. Yeah, you would not think that marriage would be very stressful, would you? But it actually is, okay? We're getting to the top end now. Okay, number 6 is a personal major injury or illness, okay? So I've got a couple of clients who have actually been through this, and they're like, oh no, I'll get better, it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, you will. But did you know that when that incident happened, your body had a huge shock, and you're actually lost all of your minerals and all of your your adrenal system, which is the system in your body which helps you cope with stress, has just gone bang. Nah, we're not doing this. When you have a major injury, it can actually impact the amount of stress that your body has, and impacts your health. Okay. Number 5 is a death of a close family member. So earlier on we had a close friend, but now we're up to close family member. And this can actually be very intense. Number 4, and I've actually had people experience this themselves, is detention in jail or an institution. Okay, this can actually play havoc with not only the person going to jail, but their family as well, their family and their spouse. Number 3 is marital separation from a mate. Okay, so we all know that it doesn't always work out, and I've got friends who've been in this situation, but this is one of the most stressful things that you can actually go through. Okay, number 2, which is very close tied, and that is divorce. Okay, and number 1, which we will hopefully not experience very soon, is the death of a spouse. Okay, so your life mate, that is number 1 on the list, and I guess we could all guess that one. Anyway, just keep this in mind when you are thinking of stress. And we always think emotional stress, but we don't always think that it's connected with our health. And I deal with a lot of clients like this who have trouble pinpointing when their actual health conditions happened, and quite often it correlates very closely with something huge, stressful event in their life. Okay, so if you've had particular illnesses or disease come up, then just think back to when it actually happened and see if you can pinpoint it back to a stress that you are experiencing in your life. Anyway, if you're watching live, then just say live. And if you catch the replay, then just say replay and let us know that you're watching.